What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/politics, Trump press secretary Kayleigh McEnany tests positive for coronavirus. In Soviet America, coronavirus handles administration. The GOP, giving out the pandemic. One day they'll just disappear, like a miracle. I can't believe they've got 12 positive tests from his inner circle now. I feel like if they just stopped testing so many people, then those numbers wouldn't get higher. McEnany was widely criticized for briefing reporters on Friday without wearing a mask for hours after her boss announced he had tested positive. RNEWS, Vox, Twitter.com. According to her Twitter profile, she is the former press secretary. I'm guessing this is all interconnected. Edit. Source edit. It does say she is the former campaign press secretary. Weird that she just changed it last night though. Former campaign press secretary. I think she's still WH press secretary. That's stupid. I don't go around calling my wife my ex-girlfriend, but maybe I should. Edit. Okay, I'll try it out later. Baby and son is sick, so this should go very well. Oh no, what are we going to do about her informative briefings? Question mark. Oh no. Anyway, have you heard about the new Dacia Sandero? Bubonic Barbie. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Trump's "Don't be afraid of COVID" tweet may be the most irresponsible one in history. All those people who died alone, or at home after being told, go home and sweat it out. And this motherfricker mocks them. After getting private healthcare, his own team of private doctors, special medicines, and no bill, goes back to his home to work with his buddies to limit your access to healthcare. Well, soldiers who died or got captured were losers according to him. His tweet is basically calling 210,000 dead Americans losers as well. If only every person in this country had access to presidential-level healthcare. No mocking, but I'm sending regards from Denmark. My wife is a doctor, surgeon, and while it doesn't make us rich, I like it here. Everyone is treated the same. She is also a US citizen and she voted by mail. Love and hope from Denmark. If we had any chance of changing the hearts and minds of the anti-maskers, that has been lost. In fact, it will probably get worse now. All I can think about is this saying, "Pride cometh before the fall." Checks calendar. Yep, it's the fall. Maple leaf. It makes sense because Pride happens in June. Don't be afraid of leopards, tweets man whose face was eaten by leopards. Privileged man encourages people to not fear leopards now that world's top plastic surgeons have repaired his face after leopard attack. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. New York Times reporter infected with COVID-19 says the White House is not doing contact tracing. Was obvious they're not tracing because Biden and his wife found out about their potential exposure from the news instead of from officials. And Nancy Pelosi has said she's not receiving information about the health of the president by the administration. Her information comes from the news as well. She's second in line and she has zero information just like the rest of us. Edited line of succession. Second in line of ~succession ~succession. The president is 0, VP is 1 street and SOF is 2 ND. Third is the president pro tempore of the Senate, currently Sen. Grassley of Iowa, in case anyone was wondering. The guy who refuses to take a COVID test. Thank God Pelosi is ahead of him. I just want to know how far we have to go before we get Kiefer Sutherland. H is number 24, I believe. Again, when was the president's last negative test? I am telling you they were not testing either. Calling it now. McEnany just announced she got COVID as well. She was just briefing the press yesterday with no mask. WH is a freaking COVID hellhole right now. They don't care about protecting the lives of anyone who has to work there. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics. Your high internet reacts after Trump says COVID makes him feel 20 years younger. Donald J. Trump feels better today than in the year 2000 because he's high on so many drugs. Biden should ask him to take a drug test before the next debate. The test would explode like a lie detector machine in cartoons. People are saying that the high won't last. I'd wager even money that the high will last him the rest of his life. Taking bets. I think he's heading back to the hospital in a few days with dangerous ox levels again. I think he's going to be prone and unable to debate on 10/15. I'm in the White House now, fully equipped camp. Guarantee they brought in a live-in team to be on call 24/7 in case he needs O2 or a vent. Edit. Could be as simple as finding a respiratory specialist with COVID experience to be on call. That may have been the purpose of the WR trip. Yup, that's what I think too. He did not leave Walter Reed, they moved WR to the WAH. I remember feeling like $1,000,000 after taking prednisone post-asthma problems after day 3 of no sleep. It became less fun. That is the guy with the nuclear codes right now. And Putin's phone number. More importantly, Putin has his number. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. North Carolina elementary school teacher dies days after testing positive for COVID-19. A wonderful high school teacher just passed here. My student athletes that had her in class adored her. 46 years young. My sister has to start doing in-school teaching soon. She has a 1-year-old and a husband with a heart condition. I'm so worried about them. Celiac disease and diabetes here. Both my wife and I teach, and we have a 2-year-old. I'm exercising like crazy to get in shape to combat my diabetes as best as I can, but I'm nervous as hell. We are currently at home, but the district want teachers back in person ASAP, and I don't think my co-workers are that much better than I am in this circumstance. I am sorry. These inconsiderate idiots will continue make hard-working American people suffer. Stay healthy and safe. And then Trump goes and tells people not to be afraid of COVID. What a freaking slap in the face. Assy Day from the POTUS. She wasn't privy to the magnificent healthcare the selected few gets to enjoy. i.imager.com. Even the best healthcare in the world can't save you when you treat your body like a dumpster fire. Secretary of Education had over 4 months to come up with a plan to help ensure teacher safety. Instead of doing this, she went on summer vacation. She didn't catch it at the school. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. Hospital employee is fired after speaking to the New York Times. This is why we need protection for whistleblowers. They are going public in an effort to make things better for the people in there. Whistleblowers are true patriots. It's time we start treating them like it. And the president openly campaigned for their execution last year. And that's where we are going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show, and I'll see you tomorrow.